All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you doing today? Hey, brother. I think you're on mute. Make sure you got
Yes,
him.
I am.
Yep.
Good morning, man. It was me, but I'm not seeing your screen in the room here, buddy.
You are not. Okay. Because that's why
YouTube,
we're late here.
yes. The room, negative.
All right.
Yeah, a little tech issue.
Let's redo that one more time here. Okay. There.
There we go.
Oh, okay, beautiful. Okay, good. All right, hopefully that stays that way. That's what took me a bit to get going here. It
That's
wasn't
tech
showing
issues.
earlier. I had to keep trying and to finally started showing up. Okay,
Sure.
perfect, guys. All right, let's get to it. Let's take a look over. For those that joined earlier, did not see Jared. He has a family situation, was not able to join. So he put up the scanners this morning, so you can at least see that while Norm and I get started here. So take a look at the stuff we had yesterday on our list. Let's hop over here to this screen. Yep. So we had Oxy on our list yesterday. And again, one very, very rough day. So if you had a hard time, it was not an easy trading day, guys. You can tell that things were a little bit choppy. Oxy was one of them. Rough start here to get going, kind of just up and down, to finally lost this level here, and it had a beautiful drop in continuation. But again, tough trader here. It's just hanging around right at the VWAP. You don't know if it's going to be strong or not. It was gapping up in the pre-market, so it was showing some strength, but it gave that away here at the market open once you had this drop there. We also, and then from there, you had a lot of periods where it just didn't do anything. Volume died down a lot in a lot of places here. Towards 1 o'clock, you did get some volume coming in. You had this pop here. That was nice, but you didn't have to wait around for that. This 29.60 level was a good one there, and you saw the nice bounce off of that. Sava was another one that, again, it did give you a possible break towards the top here. Huge rejection, and look at this beautiful engulfing pattern on the 5 minute. Drops down towards some levels here, 63.61. You do get a nice continuation after that, but again, I had this on my watch, and it's just it looks good now, but it was not easy to take a trade on that. At least for me, it wasn't. mRNA, guys, they got toppy here, try to get going. Couldn't get above this 402, which it was the high of the pre-market at that time. Didn't have a great pre-market action, but their daily had a nice gap down that we kind of enjoyed there for a possible continuation. It did give you that beautiful drop here, and just look at the way this thing traded. Probably one of the better trading stocks yesterday. It was very clean, nice open range breakdown with a good continuation. It was hard to get continuation plays yesterday in some of these stocks. AMC was just again, you have this initial drop here, but for the most part, very choppy, very difficult to trade. Apple, for the most part, also extremely choppy. Did not know what he wanted to do here. You did get a little bit of a pop here, and then right back down to the VWAP. Again, just not clean price action overall on Apple yesterday. Here's Baba, another drop as well. It did stay below the 9 moving average. It did give it a continuation, but again, it looks good now. But if you're watching this one, the price action was just not as clean. You do get a bounce later in the day, and that turned out to be actually a pretty nice bounce here, all the way up to 153 from 148. So pretty good bounce there on Baba. It had great volume this morning. They don't have as much volume at all, so we probably will not be watching that one this morning. So that is what we had yesterday, guys. Today's gappers list a little bit quiet, which is nice, right? We were not getting killed on both sides. We got a little bit in the green here, some in the red. Some of the tickers that we've been looking at
You
in the
just wait
past.
as it grows, buddy.
Oh, I bet, I bet. We got LSID here. We looked at LSID yesterday. I don't know why I looked at that stock. It
Can
was
you
not on my
fix those
watch list.
columns in the price of the gap
Where
up so that it's not showing price
gap up?
on?
Oh, yes, yes. Let's expand that a little bit here. Um,
Excuse me.
let's move that over
There you go.
right there, and I'll just move
There
it a little
you
more because we might get some bigger prices. And let me do this as we make that change. Let me save it in our trade ideas, because if I do not, we'll have the same problem tomorrow. So let me go in here, save layout, and we'll save this as default on there, and that should fix it for going forward. Okay, excellent. All right, guys, let's take a look at the market pulse. What's happening there? Overall news this morning.
Yeah, so I mean, we obviously had that pretty big red day on the SPY yesterday. It was trying to recover this morning. We're still positive, up about 1/3% on the SPY. and 0.5% on the Qs. But that having been said, it is not looking especially strong. We'll see if it'll hold or if we're just going to go red again. It wouldn't surprise me to see that happen after yesterday's action. Gapper's list is pretty ho-hum this morning. After those big days, you got some people freaked out to come in and do much of anything. So they're trying to figure out direction here. Daily chart on the SPY is getting a little ugly looking. We'll see that for a previous day close level if it holds. I don't know. We'll see. It's starting to get interesting right here. Yeah, no, it really was not Tunde. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. It wasn't that insane. Anyway, we've got Fed speakers sprinkled throughout the day. And then we've got pending home sales, 10 a.m. So.
All right, we'll see where that goes. All right, guys, let's get to it here. Let's start on our gappers list this morning. We have low flow, 810,000 float here for this one. Now, this used to be I forget the ticker name, but it was another ticker. Yes, support.com. Now, was the flow that low? I don't remember it being that low for support.
I can't remember. I wasn't a big fan of that ticker. But this is a very low float. I don't know if it's that 810 that's in our sheet. In our trade ideas, FinViz has it around 9 million. So there was a reverse split at some point. Yeah. So the float's all messed up, but it's on the lower end. So just keep that in mind.
Gotcha. All right. So again, guys, I'm not sure if this is even tradable. I'm gonna keep it off my list. I don't see anything good right now either way. As far as the pre-market action, the daily's just kind of been taking just a bit of a hit here.
I got an upgrade this morning with like a 78 or not. It was an analyst initiation. It was not an upgrade. I shouldn't say that with a $78 price target. So that's a hell of a ride if that call is correct. But we'll see.
Yep, absolutely. So again, I'm not adding that one to my list. Let's remove the stuff from yesterday here, guys. I'm a little bit slow today. I feel like I'm coming down with something. So pardon me if things take a little bit longer than usual today. The LTR this morning, they are up 6%, 281,000 shares traded. We've seen this in our list before. It has gapped down, up and down, all over the place. It's a horrible trading stock, guys, for intraday trading.
A lot of times it is.
It's not
clean. Always, but a lot of times.
Yeah. Do they have any news today that might make it more interesting?
They've increased their buyback program. So actually, essentially almost doubling it, I believe. So it's a decent catalyst.
Yeah, it's not bad. Let's put it on here as a possible, guys, just because we know how horrible this thing can be. Careful with the spread, and also, again, another one that you got to watch your size on because this thing can move $1 or $2 like nothing. So be careful with that. Elsa is speaking about being very aggressive. Elsa is another one gapping up this morning. 5.4 had a big gap up very early on this morning when the pre-market happened to this one single candle here. And now we're just kind of giving it back a little bit here. Still up 5.4 even after being around 27, hanging out around 26, a little bit lower. So interesting pre-market action. 2 million shares traded. Looks like this fund might have started last night here after hours, getting into some movement here. So we'll have to see, guys. It's looking pretty interesting so far. Again, LSIG could be.
News came out last night. They've started production in their Arizona plant with first deliveries of their Air, which is their first car is named Air, Lucid Air. That's supposed to be out in first deliveries in October. So they're popping on that.
All right, so that's some good positive news for them, and they're showing that this morning. Again, definitely very active. We'll see if they can trade nice today. A-Firm this morning, not the best or easiest intraday trading stock, but they're up 4% with 194,000. I'll put this one on here because I know a lot of people like to trade this one. We take a closer look at it in a second. BNTX, I don't like this one, guys. I think it's a horrible intraday trading stock. Their daily does look interesting. You had a nice little drop here. So looks like it's been trading well. Normally it does not. Let's take a look at the action here on the intraday from yesterday. Nice, beautiful drop here on the 5-minute. Without seeing how the price action was, this looks very clean there. And that's a big drop, guys. We're going from 295 all the way down to 76. So again, you don't need to take a whole bunch of shares on this thing. This thing can move quite a bit on its own without you having to take a full size of of shares there. Right now, they're up 3.8. Their pre-market action not great, but you can't put a lot of weight on their pre-market action because if you look at the way they've been trading, they had horrible pre-market actions throughout these 3 days here. So if this is one stock that you like to trade, I personally do not like this one, so I won't be adding it. But if this is in your cup of tea there, definitely in play somewhat for you today. Here's BA. BA is up 2.3, 171. I like BA. Even when it doesn't have a great pre-market action, I think this stock can trade very well at times. Right now they're up 2.3. Interesting to see where this is going to go today. So we'll keep it on here. GPS this morning. This is Gap, I believe, and they don't trade very well. Again, one of these retail companies, unless they have some kind of news or catalyst. And even then, we've seen them trade very horrible, even with a catalyst in place. So they're up 2.2, 164,000. Again, I don't see anything I like at the moment on this one. mRNA on our list today, they are up 2%. Again, it's just don't know if they're really in play, guys. They had a bit of a drop here the last couple of days. Some of it caused because of the SPY. Overall, it's just taking a few stocks down quite a bit here. I just don't know if they're in play right now, so I'm not going to add them for the most part. Fuel cell. Nope, not active. Horrible pre-market action. This is very light volume too. 241,000 for fuel cell. It's just not. It's
Most
not
of
good
it's in
enough.
those two candles.
Oh yeah, good point, Norm. Yeah, most of it is right here. So again, it's just really not in play. HLBC, let's see what's gapping down. This is madness. I mean, this stock, the daily's just horrible. I mean, look at this thing. You don't have shares for short right now, which would be a scary stock to short anyway. With the pullbacks on this thing, it could be $1 and $2, just like that. So right now, dropping down 33%. So maybe it's just coming down to where it probably belongs, around $10, maybe $4, whatever. I just don't want to touch this. 7 million shares float, guys. Be very, very careful. We saw what this did when it was hanging around at 34. And I want to show you this because this is the stuff that blows up accounts. And it's important because that's one of the things that you as a trader got to protect yourself from. So let me see if I can get there. If it's going to treat me nice here, let's go back. I don't know why that does it this way, where you have to go to the edge to go backwards. It should just allow you to do it on the scroll, but it's not letting me. Oh, there it is. Here it is. No, there it is. Here's the day I want to show you guys. Right up here.
That was a fun day.
So, this is wild. Right in here at the open, guys. This thing opens up, shoots up, and I know this because I was watching it very closely. Shoots up to 36, and then it takes a drop of $2 in like a 1 minute candle. You got to go into the 1 minute. I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. That is the stuff that blows up accounts. So when we see these stocks that are moving from 16 bucks to 36, you got to be very careful with these type of stock, especially if they're a low flow stock. Now, mid to large flow stocks are not going to do this type of move for the most part, right? You might get a nice move, but they're not going to go from 16 to 34, and they're not going to drop $2 to $3 in a matter of seconds. That's not going to happen. So if you're a new trader, be careful with this. You could even have your stop loss, your hard stop right on here, ready to go. And if there's a giant order, which is usually what happens, you got one guy that wants to get out, that's probably been in it since 18. He's made good money today. He now wants to throw out all his shares out there, and guess what? Your order might not get filled until down here with a huge slippage of $1 or $2. Not trying to scare you, but just be very careful. If you're not used to trading these lower flow stocks, I know they look great when they're moving, and you can make a lot of money if you're caught in the right side of things. But if you are not, you're going to pay for it very dearly. So again, just be careful when you look at these lower flow stocks here. I'm not going to add this crap to my list, guys. I'm going to move over to Migi. This one here doesn't look any better, so I'm not going to add this one neither. It is up 9.5, but just look at the pre-market action. Not looking great at all there.
I have an issue with the ticker. I don't want to trade anything called Migi.
Migi, yeah.
And I don't want to hear Brian call out long on Migi.
I don't think Brian is up yet and watching the show. Let's take a bet if he's going to have this one on his list.
No,
I don't think he will. The volume's not there, but he'll come up with a weird ticker.
Change.
Every morning he'll have a weird ticker that we haven't looked at, and we'll always try to figure out where did he find this ticker from, and we'll see what that one is. Let's get from that one. EQT this morning, they're down 6%, 2.6 million shares traded. So we got some volume here. Pre-market action is not looking great. For the most part, the stock doesn't look like it trades great. Had a big day on, this would have been
this is oil.
Friday?
This was running with the oil stocks. Then they came out with a secondary and it smacked it down again.
Yeah, so not great catalyst on this thing. I'm going to skip on it for now. What's Oxy doing? Speaking of oil, What do we have going on there? It might be worth
Not much.
taking a
It could
look at
be.
it. It's a
They're not as
possible,
in
yeah.
play they have been the last
Yeah.
few days, but at EQT had specific news with the secondary. Harry, thank you.
My man Harry, thank you so much for the $5 bond. Good morning. Instead of trading low flow, either be the low flow king or just send a super chat. I agree with that 100%. You know, you want to trade low flow, just send a $5 super chat. We'll put that money to much, much, much better use. And we'll take some money from Andrew's pocket to match a dollar for dollar and donate it to the Children Cure for Cancer this month. So again, looking forward to see how much we make. And then also looking forward to next month, see what we got on the list. Norm, you'll be probably announcing that in a couple of days as well.
Yep.
So looking forward to that. Harry, thank you again always for the continued support and donations to these charities. I mean, it means a whole lot. The kids are gonna love you big time, man. Thank you. Sofi here is down 3.9 and 1.4 million shares traded. I know this has been on our list before. Some people like this stock. I personally not a big fan of it. We do have shares for sure on it.
Convertible notes.
Yeah.
It's along the lines of being like a secondary, essentially. It's not quite the same thing. It's a little bit nuanced, but we'll see. Thank you, Peter.
We'll see. Peter, coming in with a $5 bomb. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that very, very, very much. We'll put Sofi here, guys. We'll come back to it. I like the volume on it, but that's really about it. And nothing else is looking great on this thing. The daily losing 1675. Hopefully they could get some kind of continuation. All right, here it is, guys. MU. MU had earnings last night after hours. And if we hop over here, you see this drop from 73 down to 68. Back to around 70, and now you can see here just kind of pre-market action is pretty light though, only 505,000, which is not bad for MU. Ricardo, thank you very much, man, for that super chat. Appreciate you very much. $10 bomb there. Again, we were definitely
Nick, thank you. Coming in at the end of the month here, we're just destroying Andrew's wallet. Thank you, guys.
Either that or you guys are protecting yourself from trading low flow stocks, and we are glad to help and save you money. So thank you, man. Thank you, Nick, there for the $5 bomb. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the support there for these charities. So thank you. All right, so MU, again, great volume. A little bit of a drop here, down 3.6. Definitely going to add it to my list. MU is not what it used to be, guys. I mean, MU used to be a really fun stock to trade. If you remember that, Norm, it has not been like that for a very long time. I mean, it was MU and AMD all the time on our list. MU has really fallen off. It's just not the same anymore. But we'll keep it on here. They did have earnings. They're down 3.6. Pre-market action is not great. Let's just see if this thing at the open can actually do something. Norm, anything you like on your end this morning?
Not especially, brother.
Okay.
Before we throw it to the room, though,
yeah.
I want to... Before we throw it to the room, I want to go through two things real quick. One is the list. Somebody's asking again, I think they missed yesterday. So why do we have it sections? The top section is the primary list. That's what we're most focused on. Think those look the best. Secondary list is the maybe okay. We're watching to see if anything better comes up. And then that bottom list is riskier stocks, low floats, things like that. So that's how we break it up. I can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Here you go, man. Norm coming in with a $10 bomb. I appreciate you, brother. See you joining in the fun. Very good, very good. All right. We all are emptying out Andrew's pockets. It's funny because he's probably, hopefully, he's traveling on a plane. And when he lands, he's like, what the?
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys, thank you very much for all the donations this month. It means a lot to me. Like, for instance, a lot of us here, there's a couple of us have very close friends with childhood cancer stuff. My best friend growing up for many years, I'm still friends with them. His youngest, he's got two kids. His youngest son is 7 now, but he was born with a form of cancer that's, I mean, like 2 kids in the world are born with it a year, and there's barely any treatments, and the chance of survival is like 40%. And if that, I don't even think it's that high. Anyway, he traveled all over for 2 years trying to help his son, and now he's a happy little kid. So I mean,
Oh, amazing.
and who knows?
Amazing.
But it's horrible when you see that. So
Yeah.
anything that can be done to help that cause. Well, you got a good cause next month coming up too. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Andre, I think I mentioned you as well, man. Thank you for that super chat donation. I appreciate you
Thank you
very,
very
very
much.
much. Why is this screen coming up? There we go. So,
Is that even from that? When is that from?
I don't even know when this is old, man. This is real old.
Yeah, don't look at that, guys. That's
I just want to see why is this
there's probably tickers on there that don't even
there it
exist
is.
anymore.
Don't even exactly. Yeah, don't look at that. All right, guys. Thank you, Lanik. Thank you for the $20. Is that Canadian?
Yeah, Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian.
Thank
dollar
you very
there.
much.
So appreciate that very much. Thank you for that bomb again, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. All right, guys. This is what we have. Room. Give us some tickers here that we can look at this morning. I am going to start with what do we have here? What do we have? GREE. I think we looked at this, guys. I mean, this one's
we did.
810.
We already looked at GRE, guys.
Yeah, 810. It's just no good. It's
low
starting
flow.
to get going here. Just be careful, guys.
put it
Be
on the low
very
flow.
careful. It is getting active, but just be extremely careful with this. 810, guys. Let me see here. All right, what else we have? AUVI.
No.
AUVI? No. No, I don't like this one, guys. Careful with this. Up 27%, 5 million. You got the volume on it, but again, let's see where it goes. What else we got? ALF. ALF we looked at quite a bit, guys. It's just not a great intraday trading stock. It really is not. I mean, look at it
Wonderful
yesterday.
sitcom.
Yeah,
Terrible
yesterday you had a little bit of an action here in the pre-market. Actually, not too bad if you were able to scalp this, but I don't like this intraday action here. Right now, I don't think it's really in play. Yesterday, actually, we had a beautiful pre-market activity on it. We're not seeing that today, right? Pretty dead at the moment. So nothing good happening there. CCL. Let's take a look here at CCL this morning. I don't think it's really in play. Had a good stretch here the last couple of days, 22, 23, 24, 27. Very nice there. Nice little pop, little breakout. Right now, they're pretty quiet, so I don't think they're really in play here. All right, let me catch up with some of these stuff here, guys. Thank you so much. Mandy, appreciate you very much for the $5 bomb there.
Thank you.
Bless you guys, so thank you for that very much. And T. Ryan, $20 Canadian there. Appreciate you very much as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you
very much.
Cannot wait to
Kids
see
appreciate it.
Andrew's face, and the kids appreciate it. So thank you very much. Remember, every single dollar there will be matched by Andrew as well. So appreciate that very much. All right, so CCL, I don't think it's really in play right now, guys. X, at the moment, they are pretty quiet. I don't think they're really in play, though.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, there's not much of a gap. They're not. There's no volume.
Yeah, I don't think they're really in place, so I'll skip that one. Fold up 9.8, now 2.1 million shares traded. Huge drop from 13, so you got a nice little pop in there, nice drop. Look how this is happening, though, guys. Look at this pre-market action. What's the float on Fold? Let's get the float on this. This is, wow, I'm shocked, 261 million, and it's moving like this. That's pretty strange, but again, just look at the pop you're getting here. This pre-market actually does not look great. It's got great volume, though. Every candle here is 583,000.
My problem here is with the ticker.
Yeah.
What leader in a company wants their ticker to be fold? Like you're going to go under.
Right. Or if you're playing poker, you're folding your hand. It's not a good. It's not a good thing. It's just nothing good comes out of that. I don't know what that guy was thinking.
I understand protein folding. I get it, but I get it. But it just no. I've seen some other ones, but
there are some better ones out there. That's for sure. All right, guys. Let's see what else we have. Heading down here. Fold. No good. Go. Continuation. Go. Is that EV? Is this EV type play? What is this?
I mean, we have seen some dumb tickers over the years, but that one, yes, I get it.
No, guys, not really in play. I mean, this is just a horrible pre-market action, and it's okay, guys. We might stay with 3 tickers today. That is perfectly okay. The market has not been exceptionally great the last couple of days here. Thank you so much. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing this right. Persana Kumar, thank you so much for the $5 bomb. Puppet Master for the kids. Love that, man. Thank you so much.
€5.
Puppet Master been with us for a very, very long time, so I appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys. All right, so well, no, we looked at gold continuation from yesterday. Yeah, big day yesterday. Very quiet right now. You'll have to wait for the market open to see where this thing is going to go. I mean, right now it's not giving you any indication that's going to be active. Now, if I look at the day before yesterday, I mean the
It had a
pre-market
huge day
before,
yesterday.
yeah, it had a big day. But you know
Pre-market
what?
yesterday sucked.
I was gonna look at. Let me see what the pre-market looked like, and it didn't really matter. Had a great day anyway, so maybe a continuation. Maybe we'll put it here as a possible. Thank you for that one, Panda Trader, Chris. You're giving us Go VX this morning. Go VX right now had a huge pop after hours last night. And then this morning they got great volume, 3.5 million shares traded. Daily really bad here. Not sure. Not really my type of stock, guys. What is the float on this Go VX? We're looking at 6 million. So lower flow stock. Let's see. Let's see if it can hold this year. Let's put it next to GREE Go VX. Lower flow stock sitting over at a 6 million shares flow. All right, now here's Sava. Sava's been very active, guys. I think Sava could be a good one to watch. Let's take a look at this one right now, up 2.3, 110,000 shares traded. I like the daily on Sava, and usually I don't like this stock, but I like the daily here, and it has put in some really good days. Ever since the 22nd, even a little bit before that, you see the volume increase a little bit more. It's dying down a little bit now, but you have some pretty good days in here. So I'll add Sava on the list there. Let's see if that can turn into something good this morning. Again, we don't have a blockbuster list today, but we do have some stuff happening here. Here is Tesla this morning, guys. They are up slightly. Interesting daily. A couple of really good days in here. Not so much yesterday, but for the most part, they're moving pretty well. They seem very, very strong after bouncing off 660. I am going to add this to our list here. I think Tesla might be worth watching. Again, not huge in play today, but I think it's worth taking a look at Tesla this morning. AA, did you mean American Airlines or you meant actually AA? If you meant AA, I don't think it's really in play. What's that again?
The daily looks interesting.
Yeah, the daily does look interesting actually. Pre-market not so much, but daily does look interesting. Let's see how I actually traded yesterday.
Not usually a great intraday.
Yeah. Besides this one day here, this one that I'm looking at now in focus, that one looked pretty decent. Horrible pre-market action, so don't put too much weight on the pre-market action. The daily looks interesting. You know what? The daily does look very interesting. We'll put that as a possible. All right, guys, 9 a.m. Let's stop here. Take a few from YouTube, guys, and thank you so much for all the super chat donations. Here's another one, $10. It's $10 from Uncle Barbar. Hopefully I pronounced that right, but thank you so much. Appreciate you there for that $10 bomb or $10 Canadian. Appreciate that very, very much. All right, guys, what do you guys like? Since you guys donated so much,
that because I would destroy it. But thank you.
I think I did destroy it, but hopefully I was very close.
Gutsier than I am.
We'll take a few from here. We're running a little bit behind, but I will take some from YouTube, especially after all the great donation, guys. Thank you so much. APRE this morning. No. This is not something you want to watch, guys. Look at the pre-market action here. It's pretty bad. Yes, it had one good day yesterday, and that happened at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't want to wait around through all this garbage to get blessed like this. It's just I wouldn't. But again, just be careful with that. Unless you know some good news is happening and they expect some kind of move, maybe. But for the most part, not something you want to watch. Fuel cell we looked at. Again, I don't see it really in play this morning. The volume is extremely light for what they do. And Norm pointed out, that volume is like on 2 candles on top of that. So that's not looking good. American Airlines, I don't think is really in play, but it's one to keep an eye out for the scanners, because we know the travel companies can be affected very easily with everything going on in the news, right? Whether we're opening up other countries coming into the U.S. or whatever the case may be, that affects travel companies. So we'll just have to keep a lookout to see how things are in the market. Also, the SPY moving heavily in one direction or the other can also help those stocks as well. Apple, 1.1 million shares traded, although they had great volume yesterday, even more than this. It didn't trade all that well, but it is worth also keeping an eye on it, maybe on scanners as well. FBIO, let's take a look here. FBIO this morning, they are up 9.7. I think we've seen this before, and it's a horrible trading stock. So I don't. What's the float on it? Just in case FBIO 71 million. I think this might be done, man. I don't think this is coming back up. I think you had the one initial pop here pushing this up, and now it's just kind of going to drip down here all the way to back to 340, and it's just not going to be a good trade. So 5.4 million shares traded, and this is what you're doing. That does not impress me one bit. NVAX is a difficult stock to trade. We know this from watching it quite a bit last couple of days. You can see here a nice little trend. For the most part, pre-market action very light. They're up 2.8. The issue with this stock is you have to wait for the market open to see what it's going to do, because the pre-market is usually pretty bad. Be big. I'm not even going to look at this. I'm tired of looking at Be big here.
Is there any way we can put it in the scanners to exclude Be big?
To block it completely. But again, I don't think it's really in play. Look at it yesterday, guys. I don't think it did a whole lot. Very choppy. So I don't think it's really in anything going on here. The only thing that you possibly have going on is the loss of this level at 6, dropping to 550 and 5. That's probably it. And even then, we don't have shares for sure on it. So I'm not interested in that one. So, all right, guys, let's stop here. Let's go over to our community announcements. We'll come back and fine tune this list.
All right. Kyle's advanced hotkey, it's part 2, was last night, should be posted soon. Carlos, I don't know what's next week. I apologize. I looked this morning. The page needs to be updated.
Next week, October 5th, correct? That's going to be Peter and Jared, actually. Peter and Jared are both doing a webinar. That should be on the website probably this afternoon. So tomorrow we'll have the details, titles, and everything. But Jared and Peter teaming up to do... I don't recall. I have it on my list here. I'll have to get the actual name there. It has a catchy title though, and I just forget it. So tomorrow we'll have that for you.
And then, all right, cool. Thank you. Tonight you've got Mike doing Module 4, mindfulness during trading. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern. The next week you're going to have Dr. Kenneth Reed talking about 7 consistency killers. Once again, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. All right, as we've discussed, all Super Chat, Super Sticker revenue is going to be matched dollar for dollar by Andrew and donated to charity for September. We've got a couple of days left. This is not, once again, old Moderators Lineup. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know why that
burn that slide.
Yeah, I don't know why that's popping up out of nowhere every time on its own. I'm not even touching anything. So we'll have to figure out what's going on with our system here. Look, again, it just popped up again. What the hell? All right.
So let's go on to Cure Childhood Cancer. A couple days left there. We'll have a new charity for October, and we'll announce that later this week. BBT, member trade of the day. If you want to participate in the member trade of the day, take a screenshot of your best trade of the day. Post it on Twitter. It should have entries and exits, and then as much commentary as you can to describe the trade. Tag at Bearable Traders, at Mike B underscore BBT, and at Norm BBT. Use hashtags BBT family, day trading, and stock market. We'll pick a winner and announce it each afternoon on Twitter and in the room. And then take all those trades of the week, which are eligible for trades of the day, are eligible for trades of the week. We'll announce that on Monday. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the room, use promo code PREMARKET24. You can get a discount off the intro membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days. Will not bill you again. You actively have to go choose another membership category if you would like to continue on. It also gives you access to the live onboarding classes every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then if you'd like to become an elite member, get access to all the webinars, both in the future and all the recorded ones that are on the site, use the promo code FALL40. It'll get you 40% off the annual elite membership.
All right. Thank you, Norm, so much for that. Appreciate that. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's look at our list this morning. We have LSIT here, which is, again, pretty active. It's up 6.8. Last night had a nice little pop here after the close and a little bit of continuation this morning. So we'll see. Great volume, guys, 2.3. They have good news as well about their car being produced and hopefully coming out over here in October, as Norm mentioned. So that could be exciting. Great volume. Let's see where this goes today. This thing had a nice, beautiful bounce here. And we had a lot of fun in here when this thing was moving nicely. We'll see what it does today, but I definitely like the pre-market action on this one, and I love the volume we're getting here. Here is Sofi this morning. They're dropping down 4.3. Not the best pre-market action right now. The daily looks rather interesting. I like the volume on the 1.7. We do have shares for sure. Let's see if we can take advantage of that one. MU, guys, definitely in play this morning. They had earnings last night after hours, and they're dropping here 2.9. Volume is much higher than usual. If you know, MU in the pre-market usually does not get a whole lot of volume, but right here we're seeing 680,000 shares traded. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Sava has been pretty decent. I think it's more of a possible though. Maybe we'll bring this down to a possible this morning. We'll put this here, SAVA, and then let's take a look at Tesla after I remove this one. Tesla this morning, you do have some activity here. Not a whole lot. I think it's more of a possible as well, but we'll leave it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I got 4, which is not bad. We'll leave Tesla here for now in hopes that it gets better. But let's run through our secondary list and see if we can find something that looks worth replacing Tesla or adding to our main list. So here's Apple. Apple at the moment 1.1 million shares traded. I'm gonna move this up towards the top of the list because I think Apple is a top possible this morning, especially with the way the market's been. Right, we saw the huge drop and run we had yesterday. Tickers like Apple are going to follow suit, so you might be able to take advantage of that. Here's Sava as a possible. That's good. Go this morning. Again, possible continuation. We'll have to see. BA, I do like this ticker, but they're not doing a whole lot right now. They're up 2.7. Pre-market action is decent. Actually, 235 is not bad for not Baba, excuse me, for BA. I said Baba, but for BA, it's not bad. DLTR, they're up here nicely, 6.4, 374,000. We'll see where this goes. A firm. I don't think they're really in play. I'm going to remove these guys. They're not looking all that good. Oxy this morning, I have them on here. They're pretty much flat right now. So I'm going to remove them as well. Again, guys, we have our scanners. I want to have the cleanest list as possible today. And we have our scanners. We can look at things there if they do start to pop up and get going. AA, which is not American Airlines, it's some other company here. Alco Corporation. This one, the daily's probably the best thing on this thing right now, and it had a great day yesterday, so the daily's pretty good. If we can break out of this 72, that'd be nice. We've been getting higher lows in here, so that's good there as well. Let's see if that can get going. This is all-time highs too. It looks like it is at least 52-week high. Definitely looks like all-time high. So that could be interesting. More of a possible though, because it could be a hit or miss. I haven't watched this stock, so I'm not sure how they trade. Very light on volume at the moment. Then we have our 2 low flow stocks over here. We got GoVX, which kind of deteriorating now and not really looking all that good. Besides the volume up 21%. Unless they can find some kind of base here and get going, they're not looking great. But GREE, this one is looking rather nice right now. You're getting some great volume, up 26%. And looks like this thing wants to get going. Guys, remember, low flow stock, you do not need to take, thousands of shares on this thing. You can take a couple of hundred shares and do pretty well. So manage your risk accordingly. Always think, how much can I risk on this trade? How much can I lose on this trade? How much is this trade worth me getting in to see if it's going to work out, opposed to how much can I make? Don't start going from, if I go to 30 to 31.50, I can make 1,500. That's not the way you want to calculate it. Calculate it. If I go to 30 and I get dropped down to 29.50, and what if I have slippage to 29? How much can I really spend on this trade, right? That's the calculation you want to do first before you start thinking about how much you can make. Very, very important. It's going to save you a lot of headache and hopefully money as well. All right, perfect, guys. That is what we have. Let's do some levels here. I only have 4 or 5 that I really like. 4 that I really like this morning. We'll look at the moderators list in a second and see what's going on there. See if there's anything we can find that we might add to our list. Right now, LSIT, guys, stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Been stuck in this pretty decent range, though not too bad, right? Just kind of bouncing back and forth here. They got positive news this morning, and that's what popped them up last night, and they're up 6.7 this morning, even after giving some back. Whereas as high as 21.10. Now we're down to 26.18, and we're still up 6.7. So they're doing pretty good this morning, rather on the stronger side. As far as levels, I think you pretty much cover right now. We're going to mark down this one here, 28.21. We'll slam a level up there. Pre-market highs and pre-market lows are covered by the dailies. Going back into the left here into previous days, we do have 29.05 and also up here 29.76. So some pretty good levels towards the top there. These are very nice levels too. Look how clean they are, right? Hit that right on their resistance, come back down, slam against this, come back down. These levels are very clean. And when you have clean levels like this, everybody's looking at the same thing, because there's not traders trying to find levels in here, right? In here, you might have this level here, 25. And another trader might have the one just slightly above it, 25.47, because they both look really good as far as the daily. Here, there's no mistake these traders are going to have those exact same levels on there. There's just no way to mess that up, right? So when you have levels like that are so clean, they're going to be even as more important and more impactful, because all the traders are going to be looking at the same thing. If you're the only one looking at something, you're in trouble. You cannot. So this is why when we make these levels, guys, keep it simple. If you have to dig really hard to find a level, to find something that only you know, guess what? If only you know that strategy, is not going to work. You need people. You need the people to join you on your strategy, on your level. You don't want to be the only one with the secret sauce, right? You got to share the secret sauce so it can actually work. All right, so that's LSIT there. Sofi this morning, they are down quite a bit here. Levels here towards the bottom, 1627. And then below that, we do have one right here. Great level over at 1561. Again, not a big fan of this stock, but today they got some decent volume in the pre-market. We do have shares for sure. I'm also going to mark down this level here around 16 probably is the better level. 16 bucks there. We'll mark that there as well. Now towards the top, guys, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. I don't think you need to add anything else there. Here's a MU, guys. MU very active this morning, 747,000 already. So the action is climbing up pretty fast on this. It was just hanging out pretty quiet earlier. Now we're getting some good movements. High of the pre-market, 71.20 towards the bottom. The low of the pre-market, it got a nice little base here over at 70.30. So that's good there. Let's mark that down. Now towards the top, MU loves to stay above this previous day close line. You can see how clear that is, 73, right? It loves to hang out above here. The few times that it has dipped down has not lasted long in the last couple of days, and it found its way back up there. So are we looking to close this gap here today and head to the top? Let's see. In between here, we do have a nice level where I see a lot of touches right on here, a lot of days opening, closing, and bouncing off the 72.19 right on there. You can see that, so that's very good. We'll put a level there. Outside of that, I don't think you need to add anything more. Maybe down here, 68.86, all the way down there. I don't think we'll get there, but we do have a level there. What a weird daily on MU after mid-August. I mean, just look at this. This is not good. Before that, it was nice. This is more like what the market has been trading like, right? Just a lot of chop. Before that, at least seemed a little bit better, right? You got some movement in here. It's nice, but man, after mid-August, it's just has been pure garbage here on the daily. So we'll see if we're looking to break that today. Here is Tesla, guys. Tesla, I like the daily on Tesla. Let's remove some of these levels. High of the pre-market right now, 786.32 to be exact. We'll throw a level there. And then towards the bottom, guys, low of the pre-market, below the previous day close, down at 775.61. So that is good there. Outside of that, once you add those 2 levels, I don't think you need to add anything more. If you look at your price action, you're sitting right here between of all the highs of the last 2 trading days, the lows of the last 2 trading days, and your previous day close. You got tons of levels in here already. You're all set with Tesla. We need volume on it now. That's what we need. We need volume to come in here and get the Tesla moving. So that looks pretty good. All right, I want to take a look at the list of the moderators this morning. Let's see what we have going on here. We are starting with, let's see here, Eamon Snap. Actually, let me bring this over so you guys can get a visual of what's going on. We'll move this over here, disable this, and resize this bad boy. We'll bring it over so you guys can see what is happening here. Here we go. As I'm doing this, guys, please hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. It helps us out a whole bunch, so thank you for that. We appreciate it very much if you hit that thumbs up. So as I bring this over, here is our moderators lineup. Let's resize this so it can look a little bit better. There we go, and bring this down a little bit so we can see more. All right, starting with Eamon. As I mentioned before, for the longs, he has Snap, Starbucks, JD, potential shorts, QS, Bank of America, NKLA. Tiffany's looking at MU, very active this morning. LSID, secondary list, BA, Tesla, and DLTR. John likes BA, mRNA, and Tesla. Dima is looking at Apple and MU, very tight list there. Peter is looking at some IPO, well, not looking at those, but he's reporting some IPOs this morning and a couple of SPACs on this. You can take a look at that. Thor, his list: Apple, SPY, MU, CCL, and NEO. Simon is looking at Bank of America, QS, ABT, and Snap as set. Got some set levels there. He's looking at some key levels for him. Peter's looking at AMD, Apple, LCID, SoFi, Tesla, and Facebook this morning. So that is what we have, guys, so far as we get ready for our market open. Guys, over on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are going to be transitioning to the chat room now. I will give you guys, I will move this over so you guys can see some of the scanners. And today will be Thor and Brian trading live for you guys this morning, as Andrew is traveling today, as he mentioned yesterday. So Thor and Brian will be getting it going for us this morning, taking us through the market open. Here's Brian's list. Speaking of, he's watching AA, MU, LCID, Apple, GREE, and Sava. So nothing to no tickers that we betted on. Brian, we betted that you're gonna come up with like a crazy ticker that we had no idea where it came from. But this looking, it looks like there's nothing crazy there. So, all right, cool, guys. Guys, over on YouTube, thank you so much, guys. If you want to try out the room, give us a try. Pre-market 24, you get a discount and you can have access for a whole week. Join me on the onboarding class. See what the entire community is about, right? So, I'll share with you guys what the screen looks like in our chat room. Brian is gonna come on the mic here. I can't hear him right now, but he's gonna come on the mic. And then we can listen in as we get ready to shut it down by 9:30. So thank you so much, guys. Guys, thank you so much for all the super chat donations that we received, guys. We did just incredible. Well, we definitely did. Harry, we have Peter, we had Richard, $10 there. Nick with 5. Norm even coming in there with 5, joining the party. Andre with 5. Lanik with 20. Mandy with 5, thank you. T Ryan with 20 Canadian there, excellent. Prasanna as well. I mean, it's just the list goes on. Puppet Master coming in, getting a slice of that as well. And also Unkar Barbar. I think I got it right this time. Thank you so much for those donations, guys. Appreciate you very, very, very much. We're gonna definitely end the month with a bang here and do pretty well for these kids. So thank you, guys. Transitioning over to the chat room. Stay tuned as we do make this quick switch, and we'll hang around here for a bit in the chat room with you guys.
Good morning. Good morning. A little bit of a bounce back day here, Thor.
Yeah, looking
Good
like
morning,
it,
everyone.
huh?
Yeah. So, thing is, after a big move down, it's always a little bit dicey following day. So I'll have to wait things out a little bit. See if we can get some direction on some stocks here. But
Yeah, I'm looking at just like the market ranges overall. It looks a lot of like a wider cam range today, so it might end up just being like kind of like a choppy day on the SPY
yeah,
if we don't get a good bounce. But maybe sell off a little bit back towards like previous day lows, and then maybe we bounce and go on a nice little rally for the part of the day or something. That'd be pretty fun.
possibly. Yeah. Depends.
But
We've
the
got a lot of
ranges look
Fed.
choppy, so
Yeah, we do have a lot of Fed heads talking today. You got Powell talking at some European thing, and there's about 3 or 4 other Fed heads talking in some other seminars or something. So yeah, so there could be some volatility just because of that today. So depending if somebody says something that an algo doesn't like. I see that Chinese stocks are kind of red on the day.
yeah, they continue their emboldened sell, huh? I mean, pretty much everything.
Yeah. So let's see. I know. Yeah, Sofi's selling off. What else have we got here? I thought I saw.
GREE looks like it's moving around pretty well this morning. If anything, seems to actually have a catalyst or like pre-market movement. GREE seems to.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
I don't
trading
know if it
erratically
trades
right
well or
now.
not. I've never heard of it, but
Yeah. I think Lucid looks kind of interesting at this point. MU has seems to have found a level here.
yeah, MU is being like really weird. It keeps getting these. I'm not gonna call them block trades. I'll just call them like larger trades, but it just like bounces up and down. So it's basically going from like 70, well, like 70.65 up to 71.12, and it'll do that like bang, like in like 2 seconds, and then it just sits around doing nothing. Then bang, it drops again. So MU, I have a feeling to let this thing shake out a little bit
Yeah.
before we can really commit to a good position on this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, GREE used to be, thanks for the reminder, guys. GREE used to be Spirit. It was a very low
Oh,
float. It was the Spirit was a very low float, if I remember. I've got the float now here on Trade Ideas at 110 million. So this is not, this is no longer a low float. Yeah, that's great too. All the they're still having some challenges, some electricity challenges in China. Finvis says 9 million. Okay, I'm just looking at. I wonder if that's no. It's not. That's not 810 million. That's 810. That can't be 810. That can't be right. For GREE anyway. $10,000 shares. That's really low float. 4 million. I don't know. I've got here. Anyway, what else is up? Another one we've been talking about is this lithium recycling. LICY is up is up today. LICY, not really. It's kind of spiked and now it's pulling back a bit. MU is looking like it has strength here. Has some strength here, even though it is gapping down on the day.
well, maybe it'll fill.
Yeah, maybe pop up. Yeah.
It did have the bottom of a prior daily range though, like at 71.08. So it might just throw volume here, and then at the open, we just sold 15,000 shares. Just sold at 70.90, not that long ago. So it'll be interesting to see what MU decides to do. The problem with MU for me is it has the spread can be deceptive. Like if you're looking at it, it says 4 cents. But if you'll notice, there's a lot of zeros on the level too. So that means if there's a zero at that level, that means it's under 100 shares basically. Or, so that means there's not a lot there. So the spread may be 4 cents, but the market maker can obliterate the entire book in a heartbeat if one large order comes through. So think of the spread more like 45 cents because the next largest orders are down at 70.50, right?
Yeah.
So this thing can get crazy.
Lucid's still showing some strength. It had some news as well. I'm liking Lucid here. If I like anything, it's LCID. Sava's looking kind of interesting. I bought back into some shares yesterday on a swing. AEHR is could be interesting. We have to keep an eye on the scanner. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, it's had a bit of a pullback. Did a double bottom in the pre-market. kind of chopped in a range for quite a while, and now it's sort of breaking out. I think there was some Lucid news this morning, obviously. So, I yeah. So I think I'm going to concentrate on. We got 2.5 minutes. I'm going to concentrate on Lucid.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen just for
That's
anyone
good.
who wants to
Awesome.
watch what I'm up to. There's also some scanner screens and other stuff in there, but just so you know, mine's up so you can kind of see what I'm looking at and what I'm up to.
A firm is starting to get interesting here. Yeah, so
We'll get MU
watching
squeezing.
Lucid. I still got AA. That's something interesting. All right. Apple kind of sinking a bit here.
Yeah, Apple's got a really weird level too. Like it's got a lot of asks, like a lot of asks up to like 482, 82 and then gone. So it looks like, and that's like a little bit around VWAP and value. So I'm thinking maybe Apple does a hard squeeze at the open, Rising Devil style, maybe back towards VWAP. And then we'll have to see what it does. I mean, I don't know if it rallies there or if it turns over. I guess that'll depend on the market.
It is gapping, but it's dropping back here. MU continues to find buyers even at this lower level, so said they'll be interesting. BA, yeah, BA's up. I can't. I'm not. It's too late now to look at things. To look at other things.
Less than a minute.
Yeah.
Less than a minute, everybody. Good luck. Montage is unlocked. Let's try and be patient. And I'm speaking to myself.
CCL's kind of on a toppy on a daily, and it looks like it could go. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Hey, J-Rad.